Hi students, it's Miss Neckerman. I am showing you a new tool that we're going to be using as we go to distance learning. This is called Decktoys. It is hopefully a fun way for you to stay on top of your assignments and do your work outside the classroom. This program will either be linked in a Canvas assignment that'll take you right to it, or it will be embedded in a Canvas assignment where you can see it right there on that page. If it's a link and you have to sign in, please remember to use your school Gmail account when signing in. When you do sign in or you see this screen embedded in the Canvas assignment, this is where you start. Notice that it's shaking at you. It says read me first. It might also say start, but that is where you will begin. Notice that the rest of these are completely grayed out because you have to follow the path and you have to complete one before it unlocks the next activity. So we'll click on read first. It says complete one activity each day as an assignment. So sometimes I will make these and you have multiple days to finish them. Sometimes I will only have a few activities and you will have one day to complete them. Notice that I completed it just by reading it and closing it out, and then I can take either path. I can take you to ecosystems. This teacher who made this had a Padlet so that they could write down what they know about ecosystems, but it actually doesn't work anymore. So I'll just take you on. It gives you information about ecosystems. Whatever you see, read it, follow the directions, do what it says. If you want to be able to move on, you've got to do everything. So you've got to go through all the informational slides. If there's a link, you've got to click on it. It takes you to Study Jams and where you can play the video and test yourself. And then you can go back to the deck gallery, and which will be in another tab, and it'll unlock. It should have unlocked this next one, but maybe because I didn't click on that Padlet link, it didn't work. For Flipgrid, sometimes there'll be like a password, like you have to type in a password, and so there'll be a hint. Like this one is an organism that makes its own food. I hope you know that that is a producer. So that's the password that unlocks this one. And then it'll take you to a Flipgrid where you have to put in a response. And then once you're done, you close out. Notice that it unlocked the next activity. Now, if you don't really do the video like I just didn't do, I will see that on Flipgrid. So any activity that you get to on this Decktoys does need to be completed. Anything that's within the program itself will be recorded in the program. So we open up this. It's a food chain game. I'm not going to take you through that, but if you click it, it says end of activity. You always want to see that end of activity in the close because that's what unlocks the next part of the Decktoy path. So this one would be like a brief constructed response. Oh, it's wanting you to type in your response. I'm just going to put testing because that's all I'm doing just to show you this. But if you want to get through the activity, and so that's it. I mean, it's very simple and straightforward. You do each activity in the order that they unlock, and you get them done by the time that it is marked on Canvas. I will always have a due date on Canvas to let you know how many days you have to complete something. And I will expect it to be submitted by midnight of that day. I hope this helps. If you have any other questions or you're not sure about something, you can always email me, and I will also post when I will be having like live conference times to talk to students face to face, like through the camera, and to talk through anything that you're confused about. I hope that we get back to the classroom soon, but until then, enjoy your distance learning.